never even thinking of
Hi,
that
my
my
name is
whole life.
Erica Mosley, and this is the Homeless
If it's about a
Diary, the
family,
social
discussion and you could
impact
pop
show.
in, listen to part of the discussion. Maybe you want to raise your hand, maybe you want to pop out and find another discussion.
Chasing Unicorns Tech Talk.
People surveyed said they would consider leaving their job, offer more flexible hours.
Lindsay, and yourself, Nola.
But then
We're
it's
working
been
on
great
4
being
outreach challenges.
greatest experience I've had because I've had to stay at home.
to a
I
hiring
actually love
manager
it
that you're
because
not going
as
to
a
love
single
the
parent,
problem that
I
Salesforce
apologize for
solves
never even
when it comes
thinking
to
of that my
sales
whole
leaders and
life.
organizations.
You see a woman and you just
Predictability,
figure,
that
I'm not sure
happen
what's
tech, they're going to really
that
impress
will
people in the
not
interview, and they're
happen
going to be
by
more
just playing
What
than
about
games.
just trying to
if
get
it's
into
about a
tech because it's a
family
cool
of
career.
Americans who
things that
each
you
of whom
enjoy
work
within the job, and you're taking and
Discussion, and you
find
could pop in,
titles
listen to part of the
that
Tech.
discussion. Maybe you want
So
to raise your
I
hand and
am
say
not someone
something,
who
or
writes
maybe you want
code.
to pop out and find another
I
discussion.
get very
But it's
heavily
a
into the
nice way
analytics side of
for
our
people to
business and
have kind of
understanding trends.
Welcome. Hello, my name is Erica Mosley, and this is the Homeless Diary. This season in Chapter 3, it is amErica meets UKToyin. And let's meet Toyin Ojendeli. She is from the UK, and her background is from Nigeria, and we're bridging the gap globally. Hello, hi, welcome to the show, Miss Toyin. And how are you doing today? How is the weather?
Hi, Erica. It's so nice to see you again. And it's going really well from the UK. It's been a great day, lovely weather, lovely people when you come across them. And now the day has gone well. From work, lovely. And I'm glad it's a relaxed time now talking to you.
Wonderful. I love your outfit, girl. You look cute, and I love your braids too. You look really nice. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
And for the audience, I want everyone to know exactly how did we meet. I noticed that we both have on our Grant Condon um bandits, and I want to let the world know how exactly did we meet because I'm over here in the UK, US, look, and you over there in the UK. How exactly did we meet in this new remote world?
Okay, so it was a very, very interesting meet. It was so lovely. I follow Grant Cardone, who's the founder of the 10X movement, and there was a the biggest business conference that happened recently, and it was wonderful to be a part of that business because I classified Grant Cardone as my mentor. So during the breakout rooms, I met you, Erica, and at first we were just it was just the two of us in that room, and we started talking, and from talking we just realized we had so much in common, and we were able to develop our skills during that breakout room, which was so wonderful. I learned a few things about you during that breakout room, but our connection after was so amazing, and we ticked so many boxes together. We're great Black women across the globe doing
Yes.
amazing together.
Yes, and that's exactly what happened. That's why I get so excited about this new remote world because I went to the Grant Cardone conference and just interesting trying to see how I could go above and beyond. Told me that you had a business about helping single mom in the UK, and not only that, you're interested in tech. I was like super excited to get connected with you. And then once we got connected, I was like, wow, let's continue to do this on a television show. So I'm super excited that you're going to be my new co-host. And continue to interview other individuals about tech, about how to free themselves as far as financial literacy, and just about just clarity in life in general. And then a lot of things that we also have in common is about homelessness. Due to the fact I've been homeless, my father always told me I can be a productive citizen. And now, I live in San Francisco and people in tech, meeting people like you. And you also told me that you've been homeless too as well. Can you tell us a little bit about it and how you overcame yourself in the UK?
Yes. So the experience I had as a homeless person was I had a great place to stay. I had a great job. And but unfortunately, when I became a single mom, it became very tight. Finances became tight, and it was very difficult to maintain my payments. So I decided to downsize. And from doing so, I didn't realize I was putting myself in a situation where I will probably be homeless. And fortunately, I became homeless, and it was a difficult feeling, I would say. I had, I had a very sad feeling that I never knew I could find myself in that situation, even though I had a great job at the time. But unfortunately, due to finances and due to your finance background and your credit rating, I would say, I found myself in a situation where I couldn't get a property, even though I had good finances, but I couldn't get a property because of my credit rating. So unfortunately, I became homeless. And during that time, I had two lovely friends. Thinking about it now, they were both single moms and they were right by my side and supported me. I had to visit the council in the UK. So the council is the community support. We have a local government, and you have to approach them if you think you find yourself in a situation where you don't have a place to stay. I approached them, and I was turned back initially. I was turned back, and the reason why I was back was because they don't consider me to be someone that should be homeless. That's because I had a job, and was no other way for me to get a property. So I would end up on the street, and I had my son to look after, and I just could not imagine myself not having a roof over my head. So going to them, they then gave me a temporary accommodation, which was like a shared property with lots of other people in there. We only had a room, and it was it was the most um, experience. It was the worst experience of my life, I would say, because I was in a very, very, very bad state at the time. It wasn't the best, but best out of it because I had my son, and I had to show him that I couldn't show him that we were homeless. He didn't know that we were homeless because he just felt like we were initially homeless. So I needed to show him that it was okay. And we had Christmas there as well. And my little boy did not even realize that we were in a property where when you walk past homeless people, and my son just had this strong thing about him to help. And we are working in the UK to get people off the streets. It's a big project. A lot of people are working on, and this is something that is really, really close to my heart. And I'm working on how to support people and get them off the streets in the UK.
Thank you so much for sharing your story. And that's another reason why we connected, because you are an advocate too, as well, helping people in the UK overcome homelessness. And that's the same thing that I do over here in America, is help people, become financially stable, be productive citizen. And that goes back to you and ask you, is that how you started your business? The single mom, and tell us a little bit, how did you start your business and what gave you that motivation?
The motivation of starting a business is I'm a mom, single mom, and your child look up to you and they want the best from life. They don't know any difference. The only thing they know is they live at home with you and they ask you for everything. They expect you to be able to provide for them for everything. And having a job is okay, yeah, but the finances are not always enough, especially as a single parent household. So you try to find another way to get some extra money. So I have a lot of other businesses I do on the side, like trying to sell things on eBay, on Amazon, constantly trying to sell things. But I also love to spend so much quality time with my son. And that's how I found my being a single mom business. The being a single mom business mission is to redefine single moms across the world. And the mission is to help get single moms from the feeling of I can't provide for my child, or from being really stressed all the time, from being depressed all the time, to getting them to a financial freedom, to help them and coach them to get into a stage where they feel like, okay, I'm good, I'm fine, I can support my family, I can support my child, I can give my child everything they want. My aim is just to mentor and coach single moms that you don't have to be sad, you don't have to be depressed, you don't have to be stressed. And there are single moms that are really, really successful, and you can be that as well. All you need is someone that has been there, experienced it, they understand what you're going through, try to understand what you're going through, and they're there to support you, to mentor you, and get you to a stage where you will feel comfortable with life and be able to provide for your family.
Yes. So for me, I wrote a book called Trapped in a Homeless Hustle, right? And then in the back, it has like 12 success rules. What are your like some of your 3 positive rules that you give to your single moms?
Okay, so I also wrote a book last year, and I launched the book last year, and it's about my 10 secrets about my positivity rules. It's how being positive has changed my life. And the book is an ebook which you can download online from my website, www.beingasinglemom.co.uk. One of the 3 I've bring
Can I see it?
is there.
Okay, perfect. Yes. And then we have this book here.
Oh, lovely.
So perfect. Keep telling me about it.
Yeah. So the reason why I wrote this book was because, to be honest, being a single mom can be a really, really, really stressful time. And there are different types of single moms across the world, to just let everyone know. There are single moms that were happily married, but it didn't work out. And there are single moms that became widowers, and there are single moms that actually decided to have a baby on their own. It's by choice, or maybe they went through a situation, or they couldn't find the right partner and decided to have the baby on their own. But it feels like there is a stereotype around single moms as, oh, they're always depressed, they're stressed, they can't feed their kids, and they can provide for their family. And that's one of the reasons why I started being a single mom, because I just feel we need to redefine that. And one of the things that helped me to overcome all these feelings of depression or stress or being a stereotype around single moms was my positivity rules. And one of them is being happy. I just decided upon myself. I chose to be happy. I chose to wake up in the morning and be happy. It's an intentional thing that I decided to do within myself. I wrote a lot about that in my book, and how to find something that will make you happy. I'll give you an example of one of my things that makes me happy. My favorite color is aqua blue, and I've covered my whole front room, cover everything. You
Wow.
see, and that's why my dress is similar in that color. So I surround myself with this color. So when I wake up in the morning, I see the color and I'm smiling. So that's one of the things I say in my mentioned in my book, that just find something that makes you happy and put it around you. When you wake up in the morning, let it be the first thing you see. If you want to put it as a wallpaper on your phone, let that be the case as well. And there's a lot more in my book, so if you want to read more about it, just get
So
the
I
book.
want to, so that's the first one. That's the first one. I want you to break it down because as well, right? Because in my book, Trapped in a Homeless Hustle, right? And the 12 steps I have in the back, right? Is with your happiness, right? And mine say take care of your basic necessities for today. So basically, if you find yourself homeless, or you find yourself couch surfing with someone, or you find yourself trying to, get into tech, how can you still be happy in those scenarios where, you don't have any type of clean clothes, or you don't have money to take care of your bills, for the next month, what are some ways for you to be happy during your perspective?
And I still go through that phase now. Some days I feel like it's not perfect. Today I'm not feeling great, and I just don't see the reason why I should carry on with life. Sometimes you feel that way. I'm not gonna lie to you, but as soon as I have that feeling, as soon as I personally have that feeling, I look for something that will make me happy. And one of those things, I know, like you're saying, if you're homeless and you've got nothing, create your own happiness. And that's one of the things I always say to people, just create your own happiness. If I'm homeless and I find myself in that situation, just like I was homeless, I decided to just decorate the living room that other people were living. I don't even know all these people, a lot of people. And I decided to decorate that room a Christmassy. You find something that would make you happy. If you're sitting on the street and a lot of people are walking past you and you've got nothing, you've got no money, no food, just even if you decide to start singing, if singing is something that you love, just start doing it. And some people will join you or talk to you. I'm one person that when I'm walking past the street, I don't ignore homeless people because they didn't choose to want to be homeless. They just found themselves in that situation. So my son actually knows me for this. I stop and chat. I love talking. So I will talk to an homeless person and just give them something to brighten their day. So if you're in that situation, just share, say something nice to somebody, and you don't know what you will get back from it.
Yes, and I'm really glad that you said that. Like, whatever you put out into the atmosphere is what's going to come back. And the main purpose of this session and why we're going to continue to help the world, right? But we help people from 3 different perspectives. Rather you're homeless and you're trying to get to the next level, or whether you're a single mom, right? Or you someone that's in the tech world that's just want to break into the tech world. We have the connections. We're both I'm in US and you're in the UK. So we're going to talk about your second positivity, and then I'm going to go to my next one. Then when you bring your positivity with my book, people will see how we're going to continue to train our individuals and how we're going to work out any type of barriers that they have. So I break down how to avoid getting stuck, right? Being stuck is like a mental game. And a lot of the time you have to take care of your basic needs for today. So a lot of the times to refresh your mind, I like to just go to the library, do some research on the computer, find things that you love to do, yoga, hiking. What are some positive things that you like to do? What is your second step in your book?
In my book is actually share no negative news. So at some point, I chose that I don't want to share negative news. Like if something bad happened, rather than sharing negative, why don't you share something positive? Even if you have to share something negative, share it in a way that it would not depress that person or stress that person out or make them worry. My own positivity rules is I chose not to share bad news. It doesn't make any difference to anybody's life. Go online, find everything that is positive and share it rather than, oh, someone just robbed a person. Let me tell the whole world, friends to anybody. But someone just gave something to an homeless person or helped them. Then share that because that would pass on the generation. People will see the goodness and share goodness. So that's one of my second positivity rule is don't share negative news. Just let them be negative. Don't give them a space to be successful. people, you know.
And I love that you share that, because now we can be able to continue to collaborate and bounce back off that. So a lot of the times when people get stuck is what misery loves company, and they start to hear bad things from their girlfriends or their friends, and start sharing bad things or starting to look up bad things. And as you continue to share positive things, you will get what you gave out, basically. Bad, I'm not gonna lie, or feeling down, I really love to get like dressed up, like really dolled up, dressed up, head to toe. And
When I don't have anything on it, or I feel really sad, I just get dressed up and start taking, you know. It doesn't mean that I'm masking my sadness or masking my feeling unhappy, but there is no reason to tell my neighbor, oh, I'm so depressed.
I don't think it's no reason.
And we'll all be depressed and stressed together. No, just share something great and just take pictures, you know, just take lots of pictures. And then just like you said, Erica, I'm just gonna say a point on going to the library. If you go to the library and you find a book that made you happy or just change something about you, even if it's a line in that book that says, oh, today go out and do this, something positive, share that. Just share it with your neighbor. That could actually help your neighbor to maybe they're in a situation where they're feeling really low and unhappy and they don't know where the next pound or pennies will come from, or they don't even know how they're gonna have their dinner. One positive thing that you may say to them could change their day, could actually give them a light bulb moment that say, oh, I can actually do this to get this, and that would make so much difference.
Or like and when it goes back to the library, like he's saying, a lot of people might not want to go to the library or don't know how to use the library, research. Reason why I wrote the book, and I'm pretty sure this is the reason why you wrote the book, right? So if you don't feel comfortable, relate to somebody, right? And people that took their time out to write the books, buy the books, right? And then like for me and you, individuals can buy the book together and be able to learn from it as well. So different options if you don't want to go to the library or you don't want to vent to your friends and family. At this point, me and Toyin will continue to bridge the gap here and share knowledge and wisdom. But it's nothing like a book to where you can be able to write, highlight, and be able to know that individual in a deeper level. The main thing is you want to be able to continue to learn. And this is why I love about books. So we're going to give them the last final taste of it. Because again, I have 12 and you also have, how many tips you have? Also decided that we're going to continue to help bridge the gap and continue to do webinars, right? To be able to help with the television show, have the information down below about the US and the UK, how we're bridging the gap together, about UKToyin, her business, helping single moms, how I'm helping homeless people and individuals breaking into tech. We just here, and I hope you guys are excited. So the last tip that we're going to give you guys is be creative. So one of my tips is be creative. So use all your abilities and skills that you were born with. Because I believe that each of us was born with two skills that the higher man, whatever you want to call him, gave us. And it's up to us to be able to tap in our creative skills, right? So, and that's just a little bit of the tips that I gave on there. You can read more about it. What are the last tips that you give out?
I'm gonna do that is to treat everyone as special. I treat anyone I come across in the world as special. It's easy for people to walk past somebody or someone upset them and they just want to fight them. For everyone you see, if you treat them special, just treat them like they're the best person you're gonna meet that day. You don't know what they're gonna do to turn your life around. You don't look down on anyone. And it's not great for anyone to look down on anyone. Just respect everyone, treat them like we're all humans, and we need to learn to respect everybody because everyone has something special about them. We're all unique in our own ways. No two people are the same. So respect people and seek help from anyone. If you meet someone that you think this person can help me, it's either to say yes or no. Just speak to them and hopefully you might get help from them. If they can't help you, don't let them be your enemy because they might know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that can help.
And what you say about being creative, right? So how can you be creative by allowing other individuals to be special? And that's exactly what we're doing right now on this television show. We're highlighting individuals that is in the world, bridging the gap into tech, and then we're also highlighting single moms and what their financial needs too as well. And then we're also going to be highlighting community developers and people that needs to have a voice. And this is the main thing that we started this platform for people to be able to have a voice. So now that we gave the 3 tips, and that goes down to why I believe that we are really important in tech. And I want to ask you just a couple of questions about tech and to wrap it up. And how did you get involved in tech? Right now, this is season 3, and we're going to be talking with tech leaders and highlighting tech leaders. And you're in the UK, and I'm in the US. I diversify talent in tech and work with tech companies around here and helping them with their pipeline. Bridget, here in the US is hard for Black individuals to get into tech. You rarely see a Black individual in tech. Let's be honest. So this is the reason why I started this platform, because it is something to talk about, and I don't want it to be thrown under the rug as well. And I want to ask you, how long have you been in tech and in IT, as you call it, in UK? And tell us a little bit about it.
Okay, so it's really amazing what you said about very few Black people are in tech in the US. Over here in the UK, I would say there are quite a few number of Black and minority people in tech. I don't know, I can't say this is the reason why there are so many Black people in tech, but the way I got into tech is by studying tech. I went to study tech and I have a degree in IT and I tried to get a job in IT. It could be difficult to actually get into a tech industry in the UK, especially where you don't have the experience. But how do you get into a tech role if you don't have the experience? Or how do you get the experience if you don't get into tech role? So I got in there by working on another part of um, another role, and by working in that role, HR, human resources, by working in that role and with my IT tech background and my tech background, I was able to merge both together to get into tech. But other people may have gone through a different route by studying a particular type of tech, like maybe software engineering or like maybe service desk support. So a lot of people find themselves in the UK working their way up. You start from the very bottom and then you work your way up. And one of the way of getting in is like maybe being an apprentice in the UK. You start off like an apprentice and then you go on to like a service desk support person, and then you probably go up to like a senior service desk support person. And if you want to diversify, you may then try to get a role in maybe a technical analyst or technical support or software tester. If you could get a software tester, and from getting a software tester, you could get into software engineering. So there are lots of recruiters in the UK that help you get into tech, but can be tricky. Yeah, we do have lots of Black people in tech, but maybe not a lot at the higher level, but a lot at the lower level. And that's what we're trying to bridge that gap in the UK. We've got a lot of Black and minority on the lower level. They just never get into the higher level, and that's a big problem here in the UK. That's the only thing I can say towards this.
Wow, that's interesting. So you're the UK Black individuals, they're in, but they never really get to that C level position. To whereas we're, it's hard for us to even get in. So the question is what I have for you is, can someone get in literally from a non-traditional background, don't have no IT experience, don't have a degree, etc.? Can they use their networking and transferable skills and get in, or do you really have to have some type of degree to get in, or unless you know somebody?
Unless you know somebody. So what I'm gonna say on that is, you can get into tech. You can get into any job you want. All you have to do is, it's either you know somebody. When it comes to tech, I cannot say if you know somebody, because you need the experience. You need to have a bit of the knowledge. It's something you can do yourself. You don't actually need to pay to get into tech. You don't actually need to pay some money to do a course to get into tech. You can actually get a book or go to the library, sit there and study. An example is, if you want to go into programming languages and you want to be like a software developer, you can study on your own. If you learn programming language on your own, sitting at home, putting all your effort in it, you have to go the extra mile. It's not about, I'm going to read a little book today. You have to put all your energy into learning something. You need to give your all.
Oh,
10x, all.
10x.
You have to 10x everything. You have to give your all, learn it, know how to write a program, and you can develop an app on the phone. You can do anything
Easily.
And that's one of, easily, and that's one of the things I want to do with single moms. That you can make your life better by starting a business on your own or getting into tech. If you want to be a doctor, you can be a doctor. There's nothing stopping anyone from being anything they want to be. You can start by just studying. The library has so much information. The internet has so much information. We're so lucky in this day and age that we've got the internet. And if you are in a situation where you think, I don't have the money, I don't have a computer, which is very common here in the UK, especially around single moms, and we see that on the TV when they interview single moms. We don't have a computer, we don't have enough money to buy enough books for our children, we don't have the money to spare for anything. The library is there and it's free. The library is free for you to go in and find a book and just start learning something. I will cut this short soon. If you want to be like a software engineer, or you want to be a technical analyst, go to the library, get a book about software engineering, sit there and study. Treat it like you've enrolled to a university. Treat it like you've paid to get this,
Right.
this knowledge. Yeah, sit there and study 5 hours every day. Well, around your kids, obviously, 5 hours every day, and just learn the best you can learn from it. And from there, reach out to somebody that is already in tech. That's where Erica also came in and said, somebody you know. When you have the knowledge and you know somebody in tech, they will get you in.
Yes, and I'm glad that you said that because that exactly what I did at first. Just did my self learning and then learn how to code. If you guys want to know, you can go on Code Academy, to where is you can learn all of the software languages that give you certificates, and then you can literally put it on GitHub after you start having the experience. Yes, like Toyin said, it's going to be hard. Yes, you're going to have to. Yes, you're going to cry. I have cried so many times doing this, and it is free. Again, it's free. You can be able to learn it and then start making what 70 to 80K. Here in San Francisco, it's about 100K to where you can be a software developer. And that's what we're going to do. Continue to bridge the gap, give people avenues. You don't have to necessarily, if you're homeless, you don't have to necessarily want to break into tech or be a business owner, but we can be here to help you clarify exactly what you need to do. Do you need to stay, working there to get a better job? Or if you're a single mom, right? What do you need to do in that situation? Do you need to stay at that situation, go to school, or do you want to go into tech? Or into tech? Do you want to stay in the US? Or are you looking to break into tech? Or are you in the UK? Do you want, to ship? So we have so many different perspectives to where Toy and I can be able to help you here as well. In the next episode, we're going to actually talk to that's actually involved in tech. One is a guy and one is a woman. And then we also have a student, and we're going to give him job opportunities and do clarity right here on the show. So, guys, I want you to be familiar with Toyin. She is our new host for this season. amErica meets UKToyin. And we're also going to introduce our kids, of course, since we're kids and all that stuff. Well, give you clarity around finding housing and jobs. And that's going to be more so on our webinar. And I keep saying the webinar as well. Please feel free to connect with us. Toyin, I want you to say your LinkedIn and as well as your Instagram for people to connect with you as well. Where are you?
Yeah. So, just like Erica said, we are here to support you. We're here to, if you need anything, that's the whole point of us being in front of you today. We are here to mentor and coach you. Um, for especially for single moms, I'm here to mentor and coach you and help you get there. It's not I'm gonna let you get on with it. It's me there to support you all the way, step by step, until you become a free bird and you can fly on your own. But I'm always gonna be here, and me and Erica, we're gonna be here with the webinars. My LinkedIn for contact, if you need to contact me on LinkedIn, it's Toyin Ojedele, and Erica will put this will be put up on the screen, and you can see it there. My LinkedIn is Toyin Ojedele, and my Instagram page is being.asingle.mom. The website is www.beingasinglemom.co.uk, and you can contact me and reach out to me at any time. We're here to support you. We're here to help you get to that next level where you will feel on top of the world.
My name is Erica, amErica, and
UKToyin.
glad that we are finally being able to bridge the gap from America to the US. And stay tuned for next week.
Stay tuned. Thank you.